just let Alyssa focus on backing up again. Alright, so how much fun did you guys have? Did you enjoy that? Yeah, lots of pictures? Yeah, perfect. I was on the bus getting my eyes washed out again. I was standing here with a paper towel wrapped around my head. Alyssa's dumping all the water on my face. I look like Aquawoman. So if you're looking out the left window, you're not going to see what I want you to see, so make sure you look out the right window. Ah, I gotcha. So there are some two glaciers up there that I didn't mention on the way down. And that's because these two glaciers are independent glaciers. They're not a part of the Columbia Icefield. What? That's crazy. So these two glaciers are also classified as independent hanging alpine glaciers. Now I mentioned what the alpine was. Does anybody remember? The top of the mountain? Yeah. So because the glaciers are in the top part of the mountain, they're classified as alpine. If you're looking all the way up, you're going to see a big chunk of ice. And that is a part, let's say, if we're looking to a Geronima on the right-hand side, you'll see the big, thick chunk of ice on top. Now that is a Geronima Glacier's ice. It's literally hanging on the side of the mountain. It's holding its own glacier up. And they're independent because they make their own ice. They don't need an ice field to support them. And its dream was to be independent. Just like my mom told me, you don't need anybody to support your dreams, just support yourself, yeah? No? Maybe? Those glaciers had dreams. Now to the left, that is AA Glacier, and to the right is a Andromeda Glacier.
Waterfall?
Do you guys want to know how AA Glacier was named? Yeah? Alright, so Alyssa actually had this really incredible opportunity last year. Parks gave her the chance to name AA Glacier. Really cool. And so she named it AA. On the left is Mount Athabasca, A. On the right of it is Mount Andromeda, A. Put those together, what do you get? AA, yeah. And that's as far as the alphabet goes in her hometown, so that's all she knew. No, so that's actually just an unofficial named glacier. If you guys want, you can go ahead, name it after me. This is how you spell my name, right here. Can you see that bar? K-A-T-H-L-Y-N, Kathleen Glacier. I think it has a nice ring to it personally. And you get that patent, I'll be very happy, thank you. Now, I know you guys had one big question that's been brewing up this whole time. What is Kathleen's favorite glacier? I'll tell ya. It's a geomina. So on that far right side, a geomina is also known as a cirque glacier. Cirque is a Latin word for circle. So if we're going back to that A formation, let's say this is the mountain, Mount Geomina. Now that fertification process was building on top, and all that ice was trying to carve its way through the mountain. And so that's exactly what it did. It looks like there are two peaks on either side of the Geomina Glacier, but that's just one mountain split basically into two. It carved in the mountain into a big bowl shape. And every time I say it looks like a bowl, I think about taco bowls. And then I get really hungry because it's almost summertime. But it's absolutely beautiful. So if we're looking out the left window, if you guys can see the center, I want you guys to try and look all the way over there. So back in 1843, Athabasca Glacier had reached the center. And that was when it was at its biggest of 8 kilometers in length. But now Athabasca sits about 5 kilometers in length, 1 kilometer in width. And when we were just standing on top of the glacier, that was 918 feet or 260 to 80 meters. Wow! That's thick ice. That's actually the same height as the skywalk. So when you're standing on the glass, you can look straight through it and look to the bottom of the valley, of the Valley, and imagine how thick that glacier was when you're on top of it, which I think is really cool. Now, if we're comparing where the center is to where Athabasca is sitting right about now, it's melted a lot. That's it, really. So, it's melted about 25 to 35 meters per year in length and around 2 to 10 meters in depth, in height per year. Still, that's a lot. I see your eyes. They're going to pop out of your head. That's a lot of length. Now, we had a massive heat wave last month for 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, 1 meter of the snow, of the ice had melted.
The other guy's there.
That's crazy. Do you guys know why the glaciers are melting? Absolutely. Global warming. It first started during the Industrial Revolution. Climate change. Those greenhouse gases. There are over how many glaciers in the world, Melissa? 200,000 glaciers in the entire world. And there's only 2 glaciers out of that 200,000 that are not melting. 2 out of 200,000. That's a huge difference. That is not a good number. Now, in order to solve a problem, we have to recognize that there is one and not turn an eye. So that is what we're here. We're bringing this to everybody's attention. We're wanting to educate, and hopefully we can help preserve as much as we can. Honestly, like, it won't happen overnight, but little things like recycling, properly disposing products into the proper containers is very important. Even watching what we're buying. So if you're buying a product, let's say I buy a t-shirt and it only lasts me 4 weeks. So every 4 weeks I'm buying a new t-shirt, and that's not a good investment. And it's not good for our climate and our world. And so what if I buy a t-shirt that'll last me 4 years instead? Another example is Christmas oranges. We have those green wrappers wrapped around those Christmas oranges. Then it's in an orange or red nest. And then it's inside of the cardboard box. That's a lot of unnecessary packaging that isn't helping the situation. So it's as simple as that. Little steps can solve the big problem. We just gotta start from the bottom. Now it only goes uphill from here. I won't make anybody more sappy. It's okay. So we will talk about the history of this place. But first, I'm gonna blow my nose. Himalayas in Canada. He got real excited real fast. He loves those mountains. He loves rocks. So he gathered up all his buddies. There was about 6 of them, 5 of them, and they came to Canada. They hopped on a boat. They paddled all the way over here, and they were set for that adventure. They were wanting to find these mountains. But as soon as they got here, they shortly realized that they were lied to. We don't have mountains as big as the Himalayas. They're much smaller. But they were already here. They don't know what's in this area, so why not keep adventuring? So to our right-hand side, this is Mount Athabasca, and he was the first to summit this mountain. And he reached to the very top peak of that mountain, that alpine, and he saw the Columbia Icefield and Athabasca Glacier all at its biggest for the very first time. He thought no other had seen such a beautiful area before. But little did he know that hundreds of years before, there were some people known as the Stoney Nakoda people. This is Treaty 6 and 8, and they were truly the first settlers here at the Columbia Icefield. This was their home before anybody else. But Norman Colley got all the credit for naming and finding this beautiful place, and that's because in Europe, they write everything down. They document everything. And I don't like to say he rediscovered, because how can you rediscover something that has already been found? So he was the first to document all of this area. He had summited over 21 mountains and named all of them. Crazy. But the Stoney Nakoda is complete opposite. Their culture is primarily on the relationship and connection they have with their community, the land, the surrounding, and everything they know and learn they pass down through storytelling to the next generation, which I think is very, very beautiful. I actually had a really amazing privilege of meeting one of the chiefs, Chief Ramona, and she told me a gorgeous little story about this area. So if we're looking out the windows, we have these rocks. These rocks are a part of the land here, of course, and they are the Father Spirits. Now, that is the stone on the pipe that they smoke, where they put the tobacco in. And the willow, we can also find in the land here. It's a part of us. It's part of that relationship. And that is the Mother Spirit. Now, that willow, if you put that towards that stone, it's also the pipe. So you have the stone and the willow connected, and they put it in the sky, and that is known as the Big Dipper. So we have the Mother and Father Spirits around us, living with us through these items and through the land, and you can feel their spirits. And they told me whenever we saw rock slide, that was them letting us know that they're happy, they're here, and we're having a good time, right? And then we have the Big Dipper above us every single night, and they're watching above us, which I think is absolutely beautiful. There's also this 5-day meteor shower going on right now. If you guys are sticking around Jasper or Banff, Jasper is known as one of the #1 places in the entire world for its least amount of light pollution. Light pollution meaning like lamps in the streets with the bulbs facing straight to the sky. It's all facing down, minimal signs and lights in town. And so last night I actually stayed up till 2 in the morning. Woke up pretty early to find you guys, meet all you folks. And I actually watched the entire night. All the amazing meteor showers that was happening. You could see the Milky Way. There were some northern lights as well. If you guys want, get some caffeine in you. Stay a little bit past your bedtime and see if you can see those stars shooting across the sky. Alyssa's just gonna back up and park, so I'll just ask you guys to remain seated. If you liked my tour today, my name is Kathleen. If you didn't, my name is Elise. And this is Alyssa. She did a pretty good job driving today. Thank you so much, Elise, or Alyssa, sorry. And if you didn't like her driving, this is Abby. So Abby and Elise. Or Kathleen, Alyssa. Don't tell our managers we're using their names. No, I'm kidding. If we get one more TripAdvisor review, we actually get a promotion. The surprise, the promotion, is actually a bag of popsicles. I really want those popsicles. So if you did enjoy your time today, do leave a review. We really appreciate it. It lets our bosses know too that you guys are enjoying a good time and we're doing what we can. I wish you guys all safe travels. Thank you so much for coming out today. Your shuttle will be here shortly. Again, the skywalk is self-guided and they'll take you straight up there. It'll take about 8 to 10 minutes to get to the skywalk. And there'll be shuttles coming to pick you up from the skywalk every 15 minutes, and you can stay as long as you like up there. You guys can follow me off the bus. Thank you.